Fine. I'm seeing that there's a problem with the audio. I hope it's good. So, welcome to the Purpose to Profession Graduation Ceremony, everybody. We are streaming from Zoom live onto YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, please just let us know who you are and where you are tuning in from. My name is Mpumi K. Mbonane, and I am the CEO and Purpose Alignment Strategist at Purpose Practitioners Club. I am so excited to be hosting this ceremony tonight. The ladies who are going to be graduating are elated. They are waiting to see what this program will be, but they are also waiting to share their experiences with you on how it's been going through Purpose to Profession. All right, I'm not going to be regularly seeing the comments on YouTube because I am streaming from Zoom. So a lot of the work will be from Zoom because I am sharing my screen. But once I'm not sharing my screen, I will come onto YouTube and engage with everybody. So I just want to show you what the program or the plan for the evening will be. I don't intend on holding you here for more than an hour. So God help me. And I hope that He stretches time so that we are all out of here by 7. And if not, I pray that you please grant us the extra time, the extra mercy to finish the program and for you to go through all of it. All right. So on the agenda tonight, we are going, okay, we've already had the welcome music. I am going to be presenting the valedictory speech, and then we'll move straight into the order of the evening, which is certification and recognition of all the Purpose to Profession graduates, who at the end of this evening will be graduates of the program. And as I give them their certificates and speak of them, you will also get to hear from them about their experiences and why they would recommend that you actually sign up or you enroll for Purpose to Profession. And then in the end, I will open the invitation and open enrollment to you to sign up if this is the program that you believe you need. All right, so let me get straight into the speech. The date is the 31st of March, 2017. There are a lot of things I remember about this day. I remember the olive green and sweet pink African print dress that I was wearing. I remember particularly that the morning of the graduation, I had a friend come over who knows me to not wear any makeup and thought your face has got to look different than what it does on a regular day in campus. So she brought me some powders, some blush, and some lipstick and eyeliner. And I did the bare minimum. Really, I didn't feel comfortable, so I didn't use it all together. And the day before the graduation, I'd gone to town at Jersey to have a black and brown highlighted weave installed on my hair. So the day comes, I am dressed. I've got a bit of powder on my hair, on my face rather. My hair is made up. I've got these beautiful shoes I got from Mr. Price, and I'm ready to go and graduate. As well as this, I remember that I actually used a borrowed gown. The same friend who came to give me makeup also borrowed me her gown. Now listen, she is considerably shorter than I am. So needless to say, I had a gown that went right up to my nose. But before you can, right up to my knees rather, before you continue laughing, I've got to tell you, I saved a lot of bucks from having to either buy or hire a gown. So it all worked out in the end. You know what else I remember? I remember going up the stairs of the great hall with my hood draped around my left arm and waiting for my name to be called. And when that man said, Nompumelelo, knowledge, Mbonane, I walked to the president of convocation to the man who kept me and shook my hand in congratulations. And once that was done, after I'd given the broadest smile I ever could with my head tilted a bit, I went to the president of convocation who took my hood and wrapped it or put it around my shoulders. I further went on to receive my certificate and scroll, and I walked down the stage. I remember all those details, but you know what I don't remember? I don't remember what was said and who said it. Because all the while, as the program was continuing, all I could think about was, I am graduating from a course I wasn't originally designed to complete. I felt out of place. And you probably know the story, but you don't know that there's so much I don't remember. You know, in fact, I don't even remember the course material that I did in my mining engineering degree. 4 years of learning. And I realized that I was learning for grades and not for impact. All I wanted to do was get the highest mark and get out of there. I was not thinking about whose life I was going to impact. I was not thinking about how my usefulness on this earth will be increased by this degree. I just wanted to be out of there. A year later, April 2018, God gave me the course that would change my life forever. You probably heard me talk about that evening in April when God downloaded the blueprint to me on how somebody or anybody can find their purpose, align it to a profession, and thrive in it unapologetically. My entire life, I realized that my entire life had been a lesson, a learning of many lessons. Every place I'd been to was a classroom. Every person I met was my teacher. Everything started making sense. And that day marked the day when my biggest exam of all time was ready to be taken. That exam being Purpose Practitioners Club. My first exam was in April 2020 when I launched the first cohort of Purpose to Profession. I had 6 learners who I did one-on-one sessions with. My second exam was August of 2020, and today I'm getting publicly graded. My students who are my graders are going to be graduating from the program and letting you know how it's changed their lives. When I was on a one-on-one call with each of the graduates, one of them, Inati, who is also going to be speaking to us tonight, said she had been longing for the day when she'll have a true graduation. And that was because in varsity, she graduated from something that wasn't hers to graduate from. So today, her dream is coming true. I realize that in the work that I do, I get to give young professionals a do-over. I give them the chance to experience a real graduation. I am honored to take them through possibly the most important course of their life. One that answers the question, Lord, why did you put me on this earth? And what is the best way for me to spend my life while I'm here? I partner with God to position his children for useful service for his kingdom here on this earth. I want to share with you how finding and living in my purpose has changed my life. I want to talk about the spiritual aspects. It's brought me closer to God. I have bargaining power because God speaks to me and I speak to him. He gives me the states of his people as it relates to his purpose. And he gives me the opportunity to let him know how I will work with him in that regard. It's provided me a life of obedience and surrender. Day by day, I say, Lord, I don't want to be king of my life. I want you to be king. I want you to be Lord. I want you to order my steps. And every day, because I said yes to God, because I was obedient to him and I've surrendered my life to him, every day is a rich experience of living under God's cloud, being protected by him, being guided by him, and being trusted by him. And that for me is a huge thing. Aligning my life to my purpose and to my profession has put me in a place where God can trust me. He's given me this work and he trusts that I will do it as he has commissioned. My personal life, guys, I've never been happier. I have never in all my life experienced the joy that comes with serving God with all of my gifts and all of my talents, with serving every young professional that walks through the doors, what walks through the proverbial doors of Purpose Practitioners Club. Every day of putting out content, of speaking to my clients, of doing my work, every day is a day of joy. It's given me a positive outlook of life. And I want you to think about this in light of the year 2017, when I started out and everything wasn't as great as I wanted it to be. Now I've got perspective. I don't view work to be like, oh, something that I dread or something that is drudgery. I really consider work to be a privilege and honor because I get to work alongside God. And you know what? My confidence is at an all-time high. Can't tell me anything. There's absolutely nothing you can tell me because I know what God has put me on this earth for. And every day is just a surrender and a submission of that work to the one who gave me that work. Now, professionally, I've built a coaching and consulting firm. Nobody could have ever told me that one day I would run my own company. Absolutely no one. No one could even tell me that I'd be an entrepreneur. The furthest I could think for myself is maybe selling scones, not coaching and consulting services, but here we are. My roles at work have been influenced and informed by what my purpose is. I have positioned myself intentionally and I've communicated to those who are ahead of me and those who are my leaders that because of my purpose, this is the work that I will do best. And they've put me right there and I've thrived. Invited to very important stages and platforms, seminars by universities, radio shows. Listen, I've been on stages and platforms just because I've said yes to my purpose. I've been given recognition. I mean, last year, 2020, I was nominated and I became a finalist for the 2020 Southern African Women in Leadership for being a trailblazer. All because I said yes. Come on. And not that recognition is all that there is to it, but it's lovely to have organizations, international organizations, giving you a nod saying, we see you, you're doing good, keep going. And it's amazing because I get to leave behind a trail of changed lives. With every graduate, with every piece of content, with everything I do, I leave behind a trail of changed lives. Let's talk about my health. 2017 was a dip for me. Anxiety, near depression, it was a mess. But now I am mentally and emotionally well. Am I saying that purpose will solve all your mental health issues? I don't know for sure, but I do know that on this side of purpose, man, there is wellness emotionally and mentally. There's life in my bones. I've picked up a bit of weight. If you've known me, if you knew me in varsity, you'll know that I wasn't this chubby. I've got life in my bones, a spring in my step, all because of the purpose that has changed my life. And now financially, hear me good. I'm not bragging by any of this, but I never worry about money. I'm never worried about, oh my goodness, where will that come from? How will we pay for this? Because I've built a firm that is a revenue generating asset. In fact, let me be transparent a bit. I'm on a mission to pay my car off by my birthday this year. Now, let me give you some perspective. Between the time I took the car and January, I am now owing half of what the car is worth. So 2 years ago, or 2 years ago, 2018, July, I bought my car. So it took me 2 years to pay half the car off. And I am on a mission to pay the rest of the half in 7 months. But I'm not panicking. I know that with my financial situation, I can only go a certain distance, but the difference will be made up by the revenue generated from Purpose Practitioners Club. I'm able to borrow from my own revenue generating assets. Talk about legacy, right? It has helped me unlock my abundance mindset. You will never hear me thinking small, not about money, not about opportunities, not about value or my usefulness on this earth. It has unlocked my abundance mindset. I know that if I add value, there is no way I will not be handsomely and richly remunerated monetarily for that work. It's opened me to the multitude of ways that I can earn money. And I don't have to rely on an employer for sustenance because this business does exactly what it needs to do. Let's talk about relationships. Before I discovered my purpose, I will admit to you, I idolized the idea of love and marriage. I thought, oh my goodness, I just need to find myself a man who I will do everything in life with. But when a relationship I thought would last for a lifetime did not work, God broke the idols in my heart, in my mind. A switch went on, and I realized that I cannot rely on being with anybody to fulfill my purpose on this earth or to increase my usefulness on this earth. And now I realize that I don't need to have a man to do the work that I do. If God decides that a man is exactly what I need, because two are better than one, and because we can together can be fruitful and multiply, and because God knows that that person won't just be a life partner but a purpose partner, I'm open to that. But because I've got this lens of purpose, I really scrutinize and look at relationships a different way. If you can't be my purpose partner, I can't do life with you. And that's the beauty of knowing your purpose. You know who to partner with. You know who to do life with. And finally, this is the world of freedom that I invite young professionals into when I open up doors to purpose, to profession. Now, a word to my graduates. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with such an intimate part of your life. Thank you for investing in Purpose Practitioners Club with your monthly payments of the program. Thank you for being proof that God was not wrong. God was not mistaken when he gave me that blueprint. Thank you for staying the course when walking away would have been the simplest choice. Now, now, now the real work begins. I've given you tools. I've told you that I've given you tools to build corporations, not small side hustles, not small anyana businesses. I've given you tools to build corporations. You know your why. You know your what. You know your how. And you know your who. Get busy. There'll be moments of doubt. Press into God. He called you, he'll sustain you. When life happens to you, because life happens to us all, live. Don't take cover. Don't cower. Don't die. Live when life happens to you. When you are tempted to stop and to give up, remember that nobody wins. You are God's investment and he's seeking a return from his investment. Nobody wins because your purpose will keep knocking. It will keep nagging. And nobody wins because the people attached to your purpose will continue to ask the questions, and you will never find rest until you give them those solutions. Every day of your life, I want you to remember this. Nothing is better than that a man should find joy in the work that he does, because that is his heritage. You've been presented with your heritage. Make the most of it. I love you and well done. Okay, I'm going to quickly switch to YouTube to hear what the people are saying, to hear where everybody is, and I need to be very quick because one of our members needs to go. All right, so nothing yet on YouTube, but I realize that there's a lag on YouTube. So I will continue with the certification. I'll continue with the certification. All righty, let's get into it. I think I'm going to cry because wow, this is a beautiful day for me. This is a beautiful day for the club. All right, let us move straight into the certification. First up, we have Unumpumelelo Dove. Here's what I want to say about Unumpumelelo. On the surface, you are cool, calm, collected. But deeply within you, there's this huge sense of passion. You are unashamedly convicted and converted. Your love for people, your love for God, unmatched. I want to tell you something. I know that deep within your hearts, you are bleeding, or deep within your hearts, you cannot wait to help the children, who grew up where there was no stability, no love, and no structure in their homes. I cannot wait to see how God will use you to reconstruct the lives of these young people so that they know the freedom that comes with knowing God, that they get to experience the love that you got to experience as a kid and the love that you have within you to share. Tonight, I would love to award you the certificates in recognition of your completion of the Purpose to Profession program, and I'd love to confer you with the title Purpose Practitioner. So to receive your award, I'd like you to unmute yourself and let's have a quick chat.
Hi.
Hello.
Wow. Thank you so much. Wow, that was wow. I'm shocked. I'm happy. I'm excited. Thank you
Can you
so
put your
much.
video on?
Yeah, sure. I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you? I'm doing really
Good,
great.
thank you. I'm good, thank you. So I'd like you to speak a bit about what you were feeling and thinking and experiencing at work and in your life that pushed you to join Purpose to Profession.
Yeah. Well, like you, I graduated from VETS, mining engineering, you know, get a great job, like everything was going okay, I may say. But I realized that I did not aspire to, climb the ladder at work. I did not aspire to be in like high positions. Like I was just not inspired at all. To put it in one word, I lacked fulfillment, right? But I never took the time to actually find out what it is that I'm feeling. I just know that I wasn't happy. I'm just not where I'm supposed to be. And I started growing more and more worried because I was spending 12 hours of my day in a place that I completely felt dead in, doing something that did not speak to my life. So, yeah, and one day I saw your post on Instagram and it gave me a perspective. I'm like, oh, wait, so purpose, that's the word. And I knew definitely that I'm not living my purpose. I'm not doing anything that is aligned to my purpose. So it took some time before I could reach out, but I finally did. And it felt like, a big step towards the right direction. And that's why I joined the program.
Lovely. And what has been your biggest transformation or your biggest revelation since joining the program or since being a part of it, because you went through all of it?
Yeah, I mean, the whole program was just a blow after blow of big revelations. But I think the biggest one for me as a Christian was learning that the Bible speaks on this very thing that is purpose. It's not a philosophical man-made thing. It's real. God speaks about it. God gave everyone a purpose, and there's nothing better than a man living out his purpose. So that was the biggest thing for me, and it legitimized this process. It legitimized the program for me. It was, if it's connected to God, then it was real. Yeah.
Righty. So it took 3 months for us to go through the program. And I know a lot of people said, whoa, it was so much. We need more time. So how do you feel about the fact that we've actually extended the program to 6 months now?
I'm actually very happy about that. So what we covered in the time that we covered, that time was good for discovering, learning, because a lot of us were introduced to things, honestly, things I've never even thought of before, right? And the extra 6 months for me is like your post-graduation, like your postgraduate degree, your master's, you're more independent, you know where you're going, but you still need guidance. You still go back to your professors and ask for guidance. So I'm very glad that there is an extension, because you gather everything and you're like, okay, now what? You kind of feel like I need help, but a different phase, like different kind of help. So I'm very happy for the extension.
And why would you recommend this program to anybody else?
It's a necessity, right? Everybody in this world was given a purpose, and living out the purpose is not automatic, right? It's not something that occurs spontaneously. You have to put in the work, you have to put in the thought to it, you have to pray about it, you have to ask God, so it's a necessity. And I've never come across a program like this that involves God. That's the biggest part about it for me. So yeah, it's a necessity. I mean, everybody needs to get to, go through this program. At least everybody just needs to go through the program. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it.
So, Mpumi, what is your
The big question.
A big question.
The big question. So this feels like that 30 seconds pitch you do for a job. So my purpose is to be of service to young girls between ages 13 and 18. These girls, they are poverty stricken. These girls did not, or rather not growing up in a family structure that has support, that has love. And in turn, they are taken advantage of. They go through like terrible trauma. They are not free, you know, they go through the most. I don't want to get too emotional talking about it. And the transformation that I want to see in these girls is freedom, right? They are young people. They have to be free, God-fearing, because that is the beginning of wisdom. These girls have to be ambitious, you know, and this will be done through social entrepreneurship, because it's a big thing. It's not, like you said, it's not a side hustle. It's a life-changing thing. And the ultimate goal is to have an institution that will not just house these girls, but address these social issues. And you know, like at the end, I want these girls to know how it is to be free. I want these girls to know how it is to be loved and supported and be in an environment that is for you, that is nurturing for you. Amen to that.
My heart. God bless you. I mean it when I say I love you, and all the best. I'll be watching. You know I'm a call away. Congratulations, Purpose Practitioner.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, let us move on to the next graduate, to the next certificate rather. And the next one goes to Vanessa Patlanyane. Vanessa, what a joy. What a pleasure. Working with you has been amazing. Ever on call when I need you, always on the phone speaking to me. You have been a pleasure and a joy to work with. You are never shy never shy away rather from having constructive, deep conversations. You know what? You are absolutely brilliant. There is no denying that. One needs to hear you speak once and your brilliance shines. But in all that brilliance, you have the most teachable spirit I have ever seen. Always willing to learn, always asking questions, and always willing to grow. Listen, there is no box, and you know that. So live free. And once you break free, use your creativity to liberate others. With this, I would like to award you the certificates in recognition of your completion of the Purpose to Profession program, and to confer you with the title Purpose Practitioner. Congratulations. Hello.
Hi, Mpumi. Hi, everybody. I'm struggling to hear you a little bit, Mpumi, but I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you loud and clear, better than we have heard
Perfect.
each other in the Yay.
Yep. I guess today we not only get this right, but we also shame the devil who tried to get in our way of learning.
Come on. Come on. I love the graduation cap. You are such a joy. You are such a ball of energy. You are such a pleasure to work with. I want to hear from you though. What made you want to join Purpose to Profession?
Listen, I think Nompumelelo, the answer Nompumelelo, actually both of you captured it quite well. It was genuinely just feeling so stuck and absolutely restless. I still recall our first conversation. I said to you, I really, really feel so restless, and I could not understand why, because all the boxes were ticked. You know, I was in a good position at work and I was really good at what I did, but it it did not feel right. You know, there's a bit of a mismatch, and I felt a bit stuck and lost and completely confused. And a very good friend of mine suggested your program, and I thought, this might not be such a bad thing. You know, like Mpumi said, I always say as well that if you don't imagine yourself at the top of a certain journey or path, then it's probably not for you, you know. So I was like, I'm gonna hop on this, and whatever comes of it comes. That's it. So I'm super grateful that I actually made that decision.
What's been your biggest transformation, your biggest aha? I know you've got a lot because you're always just like, with every session, I'm just like, what's been your biggest transformation?
Two main ones. The first one is that genuinely who I am. I think for a long time, it's very easy for you to kind of, or it was for me anyway, to kind of feel a little bit distant from who I am, almost like an incongruence between what I expect myself to be and how I actually think others expect me to be. So finally coming into a space where I'm like, it's okay that I have the strength, or it's okay that I'm built in this way. Like, there's nothing wrong. So that was definitely one of them, really coming for me, especially the strength finder, that was like mind blowing. That was absolutely game changing for me. So that one is definitely the first one. And the second one has to be just a complete attitude change. It recently really, I really solidified it, and I put it in this very simple quote that until your priorities match your values, you will constantly not have peace of mind. You will never have that settled feeling where you're like, okay, the restlessness is gone. And I realized that for me, honestly, I have not been prioritizing what I value. And so having gone through this program, that was definitely a discovery that I needed to have and change my attitude towards, and my approach towards what I give my time, my effort, and my thinking to.
Give the people who don't know or haven't been a part of the program a bit of a glimpse into Mpumi as an instructor. How am I as a teacher, as a coach, as a consultant?
People, have you not watched the video Mpumi has on on her YouTube channel? I will say it because I stand by it. You are incredibly, incredibly insightful. Your ability to really, really make things fit and join the dots is absolutely astonishing. And you're able to really see people further than what they see themselves. Anointed you for this, because there's only God can have that kind of insight into a person, and the wisdom to foresee, and to see really who they can become before it even materializes. It really, you remind me a lot of a very nice Bible character, and for him, who I shall mention when I recall his name, he's that young man that God told him, after Moses, he's supposed to lead Israel after Moses. It's not coming to me right now. Anyway.
Joshua.
So when I told him that he should be strong and courageous, I should know this, and do and be before he could. And I think you have that gift. Absolutely. You have the gift to affirm people, and to remind them of who they can be before they can see it in themselves. So working with you was a complete pleasure, always ready to answer questions, and not surface level, like, you're trying to brush you off, let's get this done answer, but to really give insight, and also to really be patient with us and the learning process, and always willing
Vanessa, are you still there? Are you still there? Okay, let's wait for her to come back. Her network keeps bugging. It's been doing this ever since we started the program. But the devil's not going to win. Okay, so let me move to my next graduate or my next certification, I guess. All right, so the next one goes to Anika. Oh, Anika. Oh, I don't know what to say about Anika. Actually, I do. Anika is the truest definition of boss mom. When people normally hear about the program, they say, oh, Mpumi, I've got a lot on my plate. You've proven that, as Vanessa was saying, you value, when you have priorities right, you place your value in the right place. Listen, let me tell you about Anika. This is a full-time worker, employee, I mean, full-time mom, slash nearly full-time housewife because of this lockdown. This is a student, and this also was a member or students of Purpose to Profession. You showed us how to handle everything like the boss that you are. And for that, I commend you. I know that in the time you've known each other and since you've been in the program, you've had to power through some very difficult situations, but you made it. You never tired. For every session you were there, you did the work you needed to do. And I am so, so proud of you. Nobody on this call understands this better than you, since you are an onboard manager and cabin controller, that the sky is only the limit. The sky is the limit. I want to say to you, that your purpose speaks exactly to the fact that the sky is the limit. I know that you want to empower young girls who haven't been exposed and who haven't seen the horizons that the world has got to give them. And I know that you will be the pilot that God uses to take them through to the places that they've never thought they could go on their own. You will open their eyes to see the blue skies and the clouds and look down on a beautiful landscape. You are going to be the reason that other young people get to know what their purpose is from a young age and make the decisions for their careers. With this, I want to recognize you for completing Purpose to Profession, and I would love to confer you the title Purpose Practitioner. Congratulations, Anika San.
Yeah. Thank you. Yay! Mama, I made it. I made it.
Oh man, you have no idea how proud I am of you. I keep saying you were handling so much and you handled all of it like the boss that you are. It gives me so much pride to help to see you graduate in this program.
Thank you. Thank you, Mpumi. Thank you for a wonderful program, and thank you for being there and understanding. There were a lot of challenges, but yeah, being yourself and understanding, yeah, we went through them, and yeah, there we are. We're graduating today.
So much. I want you to actually speak about the program. Can you run people through the course content, the course duration? How was the experience?
Oh, like the experience was amazing. Like it was amazing from the moment I watched you on, I think it was Instagram. I saw you were presenting the program, and I've always been the person that's always chased purpose. Like I've been working at my work. Like it's not like I wasn't unhappy, but there was something missing. You know, when you're like, I need to make a difference. Like there's so much more to me than just this. And when you spoke, and I just knew that no, I had to sign up right away. I remember I was like the first one. I'm like, yes, I'm on this. Yes, because the course, like the program, it included biblical aspect of it, and to me it made sense. You know, like we are meant to do what God meant us to do. So that made me sign up right away.
I love that. And how do you feel about the fact that we had so little time to spend together and so much work to cover?
Yeah, we had so much work and so much great content. But yeah, I think the extended time is really needed, because for the implementation to come across what you found out about yourself and really like digest everything so that you can be able to work on it. So I think the next group will be like lucky enough to be getting like more time. We just felt like 3 months was too short.
I know. I cannot believe that you are leaving already. I'm just like, stay, please stay. Please tell us about what your biggest transformation or your biggest revelation was from the program.
I learned so much about myself, my strengths, like things that I always knew they were there, but I couldn't even define them. And yeah, so, you know, like now I've got this thing, like the confidence to be like, I'm going to start my own business and I'm going to be able to do it. Because I've been studying but I've been confused on which area to like branch into. But now I'm no longer all over the place. I just know that this is what I'm meant to do. Yeah, like the program just brought clarity, so much clarity and so much certainty that this is what I'm meant to do. Yeah, this is what God created me to do. And thank you.
Son, what is your purpose?
My purpose, my purpose is to be a career coach to high school students between grade 9 and 12. Yeah, I want to empower them and make them engaged in their careers from a young age so that when they finish matric, they are empowered and they know which career to go to and which, you know, like they're empowered, unlike us where we're not given all those things. So yeah, I think that is my calling, to empower young people and yeah, so that they can excel in their careers.
You are stealing business from me, because by the time they get to corporate, they won't be asking, what am I doing here? What am I supposed to do? Fairly, you know, sharp. It's okay. It's okay.
Don't worry,
you've been such a pleasure to work with. I love you deeply and all the best. I'm a call away. You know this.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Alrighty. If Vanessa is back, let me check if Vanessa's back. Vanessa, we have, I think, 1 or 2 more questions for you. So if you can just hop on. Yes. This network doesn't want you to shine, but I want you, before you sign out, to let everybody know what your purpose is.
Wow, my purpose, which is still very much a work in progress, but we've made much progress. I am a writer, a creative, a thinker, and a wordsmith. That is me. My purpose really is to inspire by telling the narratives and stories of your everyday person. And it's mainly tailored for people
All right, okay. Vanessa's network is failing us. Let me move on to the next graduate. Are you ready? I'm being dramatic unnecessarily. All right. The next graduate is... Why don't I have sound effects? Vision.
People that are around the same age group as mine, that are trying to figure out. There is a lot of us that are in an
All right, I think we've got you back. Do you want to quickly share what your purpose is again? We've missed a huge chunk of it. No? Okay.
Okay, not a problem. There we go. I can't quite tell.
No.
Okay, great. Yeah, so that is me in a nutshell. A writer, a thinker, a wordsmith, a creative. No.
To take us all the way from, you are going to share stories. Who are you sharing your stories with? Whose stories are you sharing?
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna share stories of your everyday person. It has come to my attention that genuinely our testimonies, our stories, our narratives are what we leave behind. And they are the one thing about us that is timeless. So long after you're gone, Mpumi, that's what is gonna remain of you. What we know about you, that's really what you give to others. And you not only give it to them for yourself, but you give it to them for them as well. It's what people take take with them. They carry with them who you are. It's your narrative. It's your bio. So those are the kinds of stories I'm going to tell. Particularly right now, I'm leaning towards stories that really speak to taking leaps of faith, leaps of overcoming, courage, being vulnerable, and yeah, so that's where I'm at.
I know that your story will be one that features because you have to make the decision of taking the leap yourself. So fingers crossed, eyes to the Lord, it's going to happen and you're going to be brilliant in the work that you do. And you are a prime example of people who are called into the creative space. A lot of the time when we think about purpose, we think about philanthropy, about the Bible and whatnot. And we don't recognize that God gave us all these artistic avenues and means. He's made us so creative because he too is creative. I mean, look at nature. Listen to music, look at people dance. God is a creative. And so it's great to have you in this space. And I know you are going to change the landscape of arts and creativity. And man, I cannot wait to see it unfold. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, and next up we have Inati Mbulawa. Man, Inati, listen. Inati is the OG of 6 months of Purpose to Profession. I started working with Inati in April. She did one-on-ones and she finished her payments and that was that. Second time around, we launched. Inati is paying again. I'm like, sis, why are you paying? You've already given me money. And she says, no, you know what? I want to make this investment. So you are the OG of 6 months of Purpose to Profession. And you've been the nicest OG ever. Listen to me. I want to let you know that God will reward your investments. He will. He sees every penny you put into this program, every effort you put into this program. And I know in the time that we've known each other, you've lost so much. So many people, so many things. But I am confident that just as much as you've lost all these things, you have gained so much more. I know that your heart is towards young girls who are impoverished, young girls who've been sidelined, young girls who don't even know their value and what they have to bring to the world. And while you say to these young girls, "Unakho nkosazana," I want to say to you, Queen, you've got this. And so with this, I want to recognize you for completing the Purpose to Profession program and being conferred the title Purpose Practitioner. Congratulations, Inati Mbulawa. Hello, graduates.
I actually want to cry. I think you also mentioned in your intro that I've always looked forward to a graduation where it will be, this is it, God, this is it. Because with my first graduation, I was like, I don't belong here. I remember even with my first class lecture, after that, my class, I was like, girl, what you doing here? But then situation back home forced me to actually finish the course, even though I was like, I feel misplaced and all of that. But then I was like, I have to get over and done with this. But I still believe that, God, you have called me for something even greater than this. And I'm looking forward to my second graduation. Actually, I'm going to call this my first graduation.
Come on. So, what is it that made you, apart from what you've shared, would you felt like you were out of place? What about work and what was in your mind and in your heart? What were you going through before signing up for Purpose to Profession?
Okay, so for me, the whole feelings and stuff, like I mentioned, started off in varsity. I always tell my friends that, you know what, varsity were the 70 years for me in captivity. I was like, God, I can't wait for you to come and fulfill your promise because this is not it for me. So even when I got my degree, I started working meetings. I'd be sitting like, I want to go. I would literally sit there and I would daydream about where I want to be and stuff. And then there was just no motivation to learn something new. And in the construction industry, there's always something new that you need to learn. But now I was like, I want to go. I want to go. So that's it. So when I saw that post about your graduation experience, I was like, God, that's my twin. This is me. This is my story, you know? And yeah, so that's why I decided I'm tired of always waking up at night and crying and be like, God, I want to leave. I want out. I was just tired of being in the state. I wanted saving. That's it.
And based on your experience in the program, why would you recommend Purpose to Profession to anybody?
If you want, if you want the only thing to wake you up at night to be your purpose or your dream, then you have to join, guys. And if you are searching for peace, you know, I thought of this other quote that, you know what, we are created, we are God's workmanship. We are his masterpiece, created for a greater purpose. So if you want that peace of mind, if you want to live and to grow, then this is the best thing. You just have, you know how people always tell you about, you know, the best thing in life is doing what you love and getting paid for it, but they never tell us how to go about it. All we are left with is sabaweli. And then that's you know, I'm tired of the sabawel. So if you're also tired of the sabawel, then this is the program to invest in. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. And what was your biggest revelation? What's the biggest thing you took out of the program?
Like I had said first, is the fact that the program reminded me that I'm God's workmanship. I'm his masterpiece, created for a greater purpose, you know. And once and actually it's been ever since the creation, ever since I was created, it was always there and stuff. So with the program, is that it like opened up my eyes even to greater opportunities that they're there. I was like, oh, okay, this has always been there. It's just that I was just in the dark. I couldn't see everything. So now it has just shifted it also shifted my focus. Now I don't focus on I'm stressed, I don't want to be here, I don't want to wake up and everything. Do I really need this job and stuff? For now, my focus has shifted to, but you know what, God, you have placed me here for a specific purpose. There's something that I need to learn here. But then this is not my final destination. So my current work is my I could like to call it connecting flight to where I'm called to be at. But whilst I'm still here at this airport, there are lessons that I need to learn. So it has opened up to saying that, you know what, if God has put it in your mind, and then it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And he's creating opportunities for me. He's giving me all the wisdom and the knowledge to just, do the things.
I love that. So, Inati, what is this purpose that you have now discovered? What are you called to do?
I am called, okay, I'd like to say, you know what, I think it's something that I mentioned with the last session that we had, but I hate poverty. I hate it to the core. I hate everything about it. I hate the fact that it limits us from dreaming big. I hate the fact that it strips away everything, you know, it strips away your dignity and the respect, and how it robs us of opportunities to be great and be someone in life. So that being said, and being a woman and looking at the experiences that I've went through in life as someone who's also experienced poverty, I was like, you know what, I do not want another girl to go through the same, even though I'm thankful to God that I went through everything, because those lessons that I learned along the way, and now I'm able to actually impart them to other young girls and to actually help them be their voice and to empower young girls, the underprivileged girls, and to tell them that unako, you can, firstly, that God is able to do exceedingly more than what you can ask for or could imagine. If you can imagine all your dreams and stuff, they are possible with God. God is able to do them for you. And also you can do whatever you want. You can be whatever you want to be, and to always remember that you're a princess. It doesn't care where you live, even if you live in a shack or you eat whatever, you are a princess. that can never be taken away from you. That is you. So I'm all about that. I'm all about empowering young girls. So yeah.
Love that. All right, Queen, you've got this. I cannot wait to see you platform with your business that you are starting as well, with all these businesses that you're thinking about. Yeah. Oh, busy babes, but all the best. I love you and thank you so much for giving me the pleasure of getting to work with you the past year, really, because it's nearly a year since we've been working together.
Yes, and one thing I was thinking about when you were actually doing the intro, I was like, it brought me to tears to think that, you know what, the devil has been fighting. He has been fighting throughout the whole 6 months. I was like, for me, it was only yesterday when I actually sat down and thought, but you know what? This is it. I have found my purpose. And the devil is like, girl, damn, this girl is going to do great things and I cannot allow it. But God has been faithful. God has been faithful and we are pushing and I'm so excited for the year. So yeah, thank you.
Life happens, live. All right? Don't let him kill you. When life happens, live. Alrighty, let us move on to the last one. Well, there are two, but the other person isn't here. So we are going to move to the last graduate. I'm so excited. I think the sweetheart of the program, really. The sweetheart of the program. Clementia Kipe. Clementia, you don't have pictures anywhere on the internet. I Google searched you. LinkedIn, Instagram, everything. Girl, please, we need to see your face, your beautiful face, okay? You are possibly the most diligent student I had in this cohort of Purpose to Profession. You came ready, you did the work, you asked the questions, you were forever ready. And for that, hats off to you, girl. Hats off to you. I watched you go through a mindset shift. In the beginning, you were thinking small, like, oh yeah, I can help individual people in the church, what. So then one evening, hearing you say you are going to be opening a strategy consulting firm for churches. I was just like, sorry, who are you? Where are you from? Say that again. Say that again. I was really, really, really so proud of the huge mindset shift and how you were willing to apply yourself. In the beginning, you were like, you know what, I can't see. But in the end, you were showing me things that I couldn't possibly see for yourself. So well done on that mindset shift. I am excited to watch as you do the work of restoring the function of the church in our society. I am so, so proud of you. And with this, I would like to award you the certificates in recognition of your completion of Purpose to Profession and being conferred the title Purpose Practitioner. You deserve it. Are you here?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm excited.
Don't have your picture.
Finally. I don't know what's happening. It keeps saying that the host has stopped the video. I don't know what's happening. Yes, it's you. Can we start again? I don't know what's happening. But anyways, I'm excited. But can you hear me?
Yes, I have asked you to share your video, so I hope it works this time.
Yeah, it will work. It has to.
I can't see your face. Okay, but let's talk. What made you join?
Okay.
I don't know, but it's okay. It's okay. Let the devil play a bit. It's all right. What made you join Purpose to Profession?
Okay, one day when I was just browsing over the Facebook, I saw your advert. And then you're talking about, you wanted to address the issue whereby people were saying that the purpose doesn't pay bills. So that really caught my attention and I wanted to know, okay, I've been working for the longest time and I don't think I'm on my purpose, but I believe me working here this long has to do with my purpose. So I wanted to fill in the missing link to say, why have I been working here, and what is my purpose, and how can I use what I've been doing to really fulfill my purpose. So I felt that was the answer to my prayer. Yeah.
And what has the program done for you in filling in that gap or filling in that missing piece?
Okay, what I really appreciate most about the program is it really helped me to find out my dominant spiritual gifts and talent and skills that will enable me to fulfill my purpose. So I think that has been the missing link. Some of the things I've been doing, but I was not aware that these were my gifts. I'll find that when somebody does this thing, I would really want to help, and I would really say, no, you know what, I think you can do it this way, And after discovering these gifts, I realized, okay, but I can use this to fulfill my purpose. Yeah, so that was really a highlight for me, and I'm
Can you
very
talk
much
a bit
thankful.
about?
And also the way, okay,
I'm listening. Go ahead.
can I continue?
Yes, you may.
Okay, and also how you elaborated the gifts and the talents. I really liked it because some of them I did not understand, but as you were going over them to say, okay, when you have these gifts, this is how you should conduct yourself. It was really helpful. This is what to look out for. This is how you can maximize. That was really helpful. Yeah.
Love that. So can you speak a bit about the other course content that we went through and how you feel about the duration of the course?
Yo, it was too much. I felt the 3 months, it was too much to absorb, um, because I, for one, am a full-time employee also, and also I work in the ministry part-time. So it was just too much, too much, too much. But I felt it needed to be done. So I have to do it either way. It's a must
Much
do
of what
thing.
though?
So
Too
though it
much of
was too
what? What are
much.
the things that
Yeah.
overwhelmed you? Like, can you think about the different things that you were just like, I have to do this now? Oh no, what are the things that overwhelmed you?
Okay. The course content. At first, I felt, okay, maybe if you could have done it in stages, you go and implement the first stage and then the second stage and then the third stage. But nevertheless, I appreciate the fact that we are able to access the website. So whenever you are in stage 2, you can always go back and listen again and go and do your work. So not so bad.
Why would you recommend this program to anybody?
Okay. I would recommend this program to people because I think most of the people, they do work, but they are not fulfilled. And most people, they do want to know their purpose. Some of them are pursuing their purpose, but outside God. So I believe God has to be the center of it all. And I would recommend people for this program because they'll be able to identify their purpose in God and fulfill it through God's help.
Yes, amen, amen, because that's the only help that can carry us
Yeah.
through. Yabuya. It's
Yeah.
rough all around. And so I want to find out from you, Clementia, after going through 3 months of the program, what is your purpose and how are you going to carry it out?
My purpose is to restore the function of the church and the society. And this is how I'm going to fulfill it. I'm going to start a ministry consultancy whereby
Oh,
I'll be helping churches or in other institutions um, to be effective and efficient in
oh,
their role in our society. Yeah.
oh, my goodness. Oh, I can't wait.
And
I'll recommend myself.
yeah, and as I was just thinking and writing a few things, I don't know if everybody felt this, but I felt it's something that is very huge, very, very big. I'm like, God, I need to help more than ever because as I think, it's so, so huge. It's very huge. It's very
I
huge.
said in the
Yeah.
beginning that discovering and living in my purpose has drawn me closer to God. And the reason for that is because I've learned to rely on Him so much. I mean, at first I thought, Lord, sorry, I don't think I'm hearing you correctly. You want me to help people discover their purpose. Sorry, you create people. You allow for them to veer off and get lost, and I must then do the work. No, sir. But exactly, because it is so big, because it is so vast, it requires Him and only Him. That's why we need to be under God's cloud. We need to be directed by Him, because if it's not that big, then we might as well just do whatever and live. But we need it to be so big to rely on Him. We need it to be so big for us to know that He is the one who can carry us through. So if it's big and if it scares you, you're on the right track. Lean into God, because that's all you need to actually make it.
Yeah, thank you.
I am so excited for you. I am so excited about your ministry
Thank
consultancy.
you.
That
Thank
you're all the way in Botswana, mara
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And then I forgot to mention one more thing. I forgot to mention one more thing. And also, when I looked at that and I found out that you're in South Africa, I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? I thought that the Purpose and Practitioners Club was in Botswana. So I'm like, okay, God, I'm just gonna sign up. We'll see how to do it. Yeah, but everything was
so
possible.
glad you did it. I'm so glad you did it. I love you and congratulations. Mwah.
Thank you.
Alrighty, everybody. And that concludes the ceremony, I guess, the graduation ceremony for everybody who was cohort number 2 of Purpose to Profession. There were 3 other ladies, but due to reasons foreseen and unforeseen, we could not have them here and they could not graduate with us. But I want to let you know that enrollment is open for the new cohorts of Purpose to Profession, and it is closing in a couple of days. On the 31st of January 2021, we are closing doors to Purpose to Profession. And if you are somebody who wants to discover your purpose but have no idea where to start, you have no plan and no sense of direction, if you've read books and listened to videos and podcasts about purpose but have found nothing that is practically applicable, if you feel trapped, claustrophobic, frustrated, and as if you're knocking your head against a brick wall and you are currently bored and aren't being challenged in your current employment, and even though, like Vanessa, you're doing well in your career and you're being paid sufficiently, but you believe there's more to you and you yearn for more out of life, if you're generally a confident person, but because of your current job, you find yourself second guessing yourself and your intelligence, and if you don't know how to turn your gifts into a career that will be profitable and sustainable, then this program is for you. Purpose to Profession is now a 6-month coaching and consulting program that is designed to move you from feeling lost and directionless to being a practitioner of your purpose. You've heard from the ladies who felt like it was so much, Mpumi, so much valuable content, but we needed time to implement. 6 months is the time we will dedicate to teaching you, to coaching you, to have you consult with us on a weekly basis, and to have you launch your purpose in at least 6 to 12 months. In the first month, we will do an audit of your life. We will unpack your purpose story. We will establish your mission, help you discover your talent-based strengths, and we'll help you learn your gifts and your purpose enablers. In month number 2, we will get deep into what your sphere of influence is and the strategies you can use to conquer it. All strategies given by God, by the way. We don't thumbsuck anything. It is all given by Him, because at the end of the day, it's work for His kingdom. I'm going to help you thoroughly study and understand the people you are attached, who are attached to your purpose, so you know how to better serve them and you know how to better lead them. In the 3rd month, we're going to capitalize on your experiential skills. So your qualifications, your skills from your job, your skills from other things that you've done. We're going to teach you how to capitalize on those skills. And then from that, we're going to decide what your best profession is. Is it entrepreneurship? Is it a nonprofit organization? Social entrepreneurship? in a career in the creative space or the creative industry? Are you going to go into full-time ministry? Are you going to be in academia? What does it look like for you? And then after having discovered your strengths, we'll then say, these are the strengths, this is the purpose, this is the profession. What are the different multiple streams of income that come from these core strengths that speak to this purpose? In month number 4, we're going to create a communication strategy and a content plan for you. And all of this so we can position you as an expert in your field. And then we're going to build your value ladder. We're going to say, this is the transformation you want to give to the people attached to your purpose. How are you going to help them progress through this value ladder until they reach their final transformation? And then in month number 5, we're going to decide on your profitable business model. What works, what doesn't work. I'm going to help you learn how to position your brand positioning. And then we're going to take you through some marketing strategies, some marketing tactics. And in the last month, we then teach you what the 5 key investments are in order for you to grow your profession. I'm going to help you with time management in order to maximize your impact and your profits. Clementia said that full-time employee, you heard from Onika, and there was Vanessa, so everybody is working. So how can you maximize your time while you are building this profession so that you can do great at your job, but still do great in your profession? And then finally, we do financial preparation, teaching you how to leverage the time you have to replace your income and go full-time as a purpose practitioner. I personally am currently in the last phase of this program, which is financial preparation. I've given myself a ramp, a time to finally leave corporate, and I'm working towards replacing this income. And I have to say that you signing up to this program is actually going to help me materialize on that goal, and therefore being impactful and more accessible to more people, because I would give this program and this company my all. How it works, we release training every 2 weeks, and in the weeks between, we have live coaching and consulting. Every month, I'm going to hop onto a one-on-one call with you where we work on your mindsets, where we work on your goals, and where I practically help you go through and just check in accountability and help you go through the program. We've got PDF workbooks, so you document the journey as you go. You can always go back and change and reiterate. It's completely up to you. You have 6 months access to on-demand coaching, strategy consulting, and professional support. And once the 6 months is over, you won't have that coaching, but you will have a year's access to all the training material. And this is in case life happens and you cannot continue or you cannot keep up with the pace of the program. And then once you are done, you will have exclusive membership to Purpose Practitioners Club. And this gives you discounts to every other thing that we're going to do, live retreats and conferences. We actually have a retreat that we're going to go through with the cohort that has just graduated. And I am so excited for that. And if you're worried about, Mpumi, but time commitments, I've already got a job, I'm studying, I've got kids, I've got this, I've got that. All you will need is to dedicate 1 hour a day to Purpose to Profession. On Monday every week, you're going to go through the material that is like 30 minutes to 60 minutes long. The next week, it's 1 hour of coaching and consulting. Every day in between, all you do is 1 hour, just 1 hour of thinking, 1 hour of planning, 1 hour of implementing. And I promise you, at the end of 6 months, you will be further more than you could ever go by yourself. And then some bonuses, because I've got to sweeten the deal for you. You will get Discovering My Purpose online course. This is a great foundation for people who come into the program. And while you do the program, it's a great mindset booster. It is great to always reference and really understand, and it brings the program in context. And then the next thing I'm going to give you is a high earning Purpose Practitioners tools and templates. Here you have your value proposition templates that you use for job interviews, performance reviews, promotion discussions, closing sales with your high-end clients, pitching for brand partnerships, all of that. It gives you 34 revenue generating ideas, all based on your strengths. You have a career roadmap in there, and you have our signature Purpose Sweet Spot worksheets. The investment on your end would be $1,495 per month for 6 months, and I promise you, you will not regret it. I want to do a quick calculation for you quickly. 1,495 divided by 4 sessions, okay? 1,495 divided by 4, because we'll be having 4 sessions every week, either teaching or consulting or coaching. This is 373 Rand. 373 Rand to speak to a coach, to get the material. Crazy. Crazy. But if you're like, you know what, I've got a chunk of money right now and I just want to make 2 payments, one this quarter, one next quarter, then your investments would be 3,735 each of those 2 quarters. And just a glimpse into your life as a purpose practitioner. You found yourself, you understand parts of you that were hidden, and you embrace the things that make you unique and valuable to this world. 6 months from now, you've defined your niche, you've started a successful side hustle that will become your permanent source of income. You've resigned from your current employment. Within the next 6 to 12 months, you wake up every day, not to do a job you hate and feeling like you're wasting away and you're wasting your time and your efforts, but to a job that you will love. You are gradually building the job of your dreams. You are generating your own revenue. I mean, come on. And you don't have to rely on an employer for your sustenance. You have not just one, but multiple streams of income. The depression, the anxiety, the worthlessness you're feeling now, 6 months from now, dissipates it. You are exploring meaningful and creative avenues to live out your purpose. You possess this new zest to life, and you enjoy the freedom that comes with living authentically. And you are helping the people and solving the problems you have always been designed to solve, and you've always desired to solve. Again, the investment is 373 Rand to speak to a coach for 1 hour every week and a consultant. And you've got all this training material. It's a steal. 1495 for 6 months until the program is over. And if in 30 days we've gone through the program, you've gone through the material, you've attended the sessions, and nothing, no light bulbs are going on, we will refund you. We will unsubscribe you from the program, and you can continue to search for what will work for you. We want you to be served and satisfied. And so if it doesn't work out with us, if our relationship, it's not you, it's me. If that thing happens, then we can easily offboard you, refund you. But I guarantee you, having worked with nearly 15 ladies, this is the program you want to be a part of. So sign up today, sign up tonight. Just make sure that you sign up before the 31st of July, 2021, because the 1st of Feb, we are taking flight. We are taking flight. Thank you so much for joining us on this program today. I am so excited for those who will be joining, and I am really, really glad that you spared your time to share this moment with us. I love you all, and I cannot wait to take in a new cohort, a new group, and create magic, divine magic that is. Good night, everybody. God bless you. I love you. Bye.
Bye.